Hi, and good morning. Okay, so I figure what I'll do is I will relax. It's hump day. It's 10 a.m. I hope everybody is doing well. Good morning. Good morning from Southern California. And thank you for joining me. I hope that you guys have a great day. Let's start out that way. I hope that your day is marvelous, stupendous, great. Okay. So I thought today that I would share with you a tool that I have. And this tool is really spectacular. I think it is anyway. And it is heartfulness for it's heartfulness for like how it is for you. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Okay. So what it is it's centering and scripting what it is that you would like to experience. And sometimes we don't give ourselves a chance to decide what we really want to experience. We have lots of different things in our vortex that are kind of like, oh, it looks kind of red, it looks kind of shiny, it looks kind of like this. And when we clearly define what it is that we want to feel and think at the same time, that's what shows up. It doesn't necessarily have to be an object aspect. It could be because there's lots of things that we're telling ourselves. We're telling ourselves about the worth, our deservingness. Are we in a state of allowance? We have a lot of words for things to be able to receive. And sometimes when we have that little bit of resistance, it's because we haven't articulated or told ourselves in a way that feels comfortable. And it feels like we're not in alignment with receiving. And that's because of lots of things. It's because the vibration of what you're asking for is different than where you're at right now. And you're practicing a certain vibration when you're asking for something different. When you're asking for something different, you need to recognize that you've asked for change. Change is something that's going to fall in right there. The minute that you're having an experience and you say, oh, not like this. That's when you go ahead and you say, boom, what is my contrary experience for this? Because we're so extreme. We create the extreme born from our experience. So when you create that, it is in existence. And you might be facing here where you're having your current experience and still desiring this. So you're putting energy into it. And sometimes because we haven't been taught that it's okay for change. It's okay for us to make a decision to change our life. It's okay for us to make a decision, period. Right? And when we're in those narratives will feel limiting, they'll feel constrictive, and then we'll feel restricted and not so progressive. We'll be unable to process our inner being. Our inner being is all the versions of us we've ever been. So if there's any uh, history that you have with family, siblings, friends, old partnerships, all of that reflects through you to others because that's your lived experience. Your lived experience can be tragic. It can be very victimed. Okay. And it isn't only in how you tell the story, it is the experience itself. And recognizing that is very important. And, we're in this fine line of attribution to where like it is getting elevated. And to navigate that, some of the things that we can do, all right, are to script what we would like to have happen. But you have to find the feeling and the thought that matches each other. If you're thinking that $1,000,000 is like really what you want, and you're feeling like, yeah, fucking right. You can see they're in opposite directions, and that's going to feel chaotic. It's going to be chaotic when you make a decision to move forward or whatever it is that you're going to do. So let's start today by first going into a feeling that's going to give you ease. And you're choosing ease. That's what I want you to do, is choose ease. So let's use that word. Let's use the word ease, peace, tranquility, comfort. And we're just going to keep relaxing our body with those words and relaxing into what they feel like to us. So you're recognizing the vibration that you would like to practice. That's going to be peace. What does peace feel like to you? You have an understanding of peace. And now I want you to feel, mean peace. Okay. So think about the word peace, feel the word peace, and keep going back and forth. Thought, feeling, peace, 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 and bring them into harmony to where they're one vibration. Peace. Your body and your mind are the same. Your feelings, which are your emotions, your thoughts, your understanding. Now your physical is online, mind, body, spirit, peace. You did it with a word, you did it with a exercise. What we do is we set the course of our day through the words that we say. And the words that we say create what's coming next. If we stay too far in a sentence, too far in a paragraph of something that doesn't feel very good to us, we are describing something that is an external experience that we're getting ready to understand. So we're bringing it first into our mind. Maybe we're feeling it first in our body. So we're deciphering, we're creating what this is. You have to first know who you are. It's easier. It's way easier. So you generate yourself through vibration. How do you want to experience life? How do you want to experience life? Life is very tumultuous right now. For people like me, I'm very privileged. I'm very privileged. And because of that, I can travel the way that I would like. I can do lots of things with impunity, basically. It doesn't mean that I have to act according to that. It means that I can act with love. I can act with grace. I can look at my brothers and sisters, my relatives, all of my relatives, see, all of my relatives, all of you are my relatives. And I can hold that space because I have understanding for myself. I have meaning for myself. And that's what we're doing. We're developing an understanding of how it all goes together. And the puzzle sometimes is very confusing. It's a difficult puzzle. It's not really meant to go together. It's meant to create expansion, continued expansion. Okay? So when you're creating a vibe for yourself, choose first the word that resonates the easiest for you. I like to fall to beauty, gratitude. Those are easy words for me. Ease is a spectacular word for me because I understand. I have a thought about it. I've created a definition, a construct of what that understanding is. I've brought that cognitive thought into my nervous system through a signal to my heart, my real heart. And now my heart has a signal. It's very intuitive. It's like, oh, I know what you mean. Meaning is feeling. Okay. Thought and feeling, those are the vibrations. They're frequencies. They're these little patterns of waves, right? And when you have waves that are like this and they don't match, you're in chaos and confusion. And you need to, or can, you don't need to. You can stay in your shit pot if you want. I don't care. I'm just going to give you a way to get out of it. The easiest way that I've found, because like I don't always have paper. I don't always have everything at the ready for like a ritual or something like that. And I got to move. I have to move through life, right? And have to move with life. That's the difference. because life is going to change. It's going to change moment to moment, and there's going to be nuances moment to moment, and it's going to be different moment to moment. And if I can recognize that and allow it, it gives me peace of mind, peace of body, peace of emotion. It lets me decide how I want to feel in that circumstance, no matter what it is. It could be extremely devastating by interpretation and perception to others as well as me, yet how I tell the story of the experience to me is going to impact me in the future and will create decision making. It'll create emotional support. It'll create health, wealth, prosperity. The dynamic of an experience will change you because you're changing to that vibration. That vibration is everything you say it is. So it takes many frequencies, many little waves of sound and light to harmonize and become one vibration. So when we use like a big word like love, okay, love, you could feel all the connotation in it if you feel into it. You have to feel into it to feel it. You can't say, I don't feel. If you say that, then you won't. You won't. And it is for some people difficult to feel. And that's usually because they have a lot of, not every time, they have a lot of reasons not to feel. And they're all in place. For me, I look at it energetically. Right now, I'm in our energetic field and I'm sensing. So as I sense, I'm getting warm. So that for me, it represents a lot of extra energy that maybe I don't need to carry around with me because it doesn't match my vibe, my chosen vibe. So I don't need to continue to have it in focus. I can defocus from what isn't important right now. Okay. Sometimes I clear my field. Sometimes I, loop. Okay, bye. Open. Thank you, spirit. Okay, cosmic beings, different things like that. And it is mindscaping. That's what it is. I'm creating constructs in my consciousness that are acceptable to my personal value and create a feeling or a meaning that matches that understanding, then I can live by that. And now I have a operation manual, an SOP, a standard operating procedure. And that's what an experience will do for you. So I have lots of experiences that have shaped me for my life. So at 5, there was a death. At 20, there was a death. At 7, there was a death. So a lot of transformation in my life. All right. How do I feel about transformation? Lots of different ways. Does it make it right or wrong? No, I have feelings. That's it. Okay. So today, what I'd like to try with you is for you to get centered. And what I mean by that is when I say get centered, I feel and sense my whole beingness, my whole energetic self, sitting down in my physical self and joining. And my intention is for all the vibration to be harmonious. And so I can choose a word that has an understanding, and I can create a feeling, a meaning of that word, and that will center me further. It'll pull me more into my right now bodiness, right? So let's choose a word. Choose a word that feels and thinks good to you. Any word you would like, okay? Play with the word. Don't attach a person, place, or thing. Just play with the word. What does it think and what does it feel to you? Keep playing with the word and bringing in more of that harmony. You're harmonizing your vibration through your understanding and what it means to you. That's how you do it. So you continue. For me, I'm going to choose ease. I'm going to keep choosing ease, and I'll say ease to myself over and over and over again. And if I feel resistance, I'll ask myself, is it okay? Is it safe for me to let go of that focus? Can I let go of that resistance? Okay. And then when I come to more resistance, I bless it and I say, thank you. Thank you for showing me that I still have things I'm resistant to being an allowance of, right? So part of it is allowing yourself to create the understanding and create the meaning and do it purposely and intentionally. If you, it's, there's lots of different things that keep us separated from who we think we wish to be or feel, right? And it's a choice, and it is us telling ourselves that we're separate from it and we're not going to get it. Okay? We have lots of evidence around us, and we will continue to look at the evidence that is not producing what it is that we would like to receive or experience. We'll stay in that focus, and we'll go through a lot of inner work. If we don't recognize it as inner work and accept that we're making choices that brought us to this experience, okay, then we're going to repeat the pattern with different information. The pattern isn't bad. The pattern is how life operates anyway. That's sacred geometry. So you're using a pattern with every decision. You're using a pattern with every application. All right. The information that you're putting into the pattern, that's the messy part. So if you clean that up, right? If you clean that up, it gets easier. And you have to clean it up in order to notice a difference. If you stay in the same information while you're in the pattern repeats. It's going to continue to repeat with the same information. We'll tell ourselves like, oh man, I thought I was over this. I thought I didn't have to work on that anymore. I thought that I'd already healed myself about that. And yes, you have. You have already done that work. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to do more work. And there's no have to. It's a choice. If it's bothering you, you have a choice. You have a choice. If it's celebrating you or supporting you, you have a choice. So however it's showing up for you, if you recognize it and you can apply a meaning, a feeling to it, and a thought or understanding to it that will give you what you're wanting, okay, that makes it easier. We're almost there. I can feel it. We're almost there. That almost came together for everybody. That almost came together for everybody. Okay, ready? If you have a thought of something, anything, it doesn't matter what it is. What are you thinking right now? How are you feeling about that thought? Think and feel. That's what you're doing 100% of the time. Think and feel, think and feel. It never shuts off. It's how our mind and body and spirit work. It's constant. It's constant. It's constant motion. It's constant evolution, expansion. It's all of that. You're perfect. This is something I really want for people to understand. You're perfect. There are no imperfections. There are none. There is nothing that is the same. That's what we need to realize. Nothing that is the same. We don't belong to anybody. They don't belong to us. We get our spiritual temple. We get our physical experience. And then we provide our own interpretation and perception. And that is how we live. We can take in other information. Oh, that's a great idea. Thank you so much. And it's going to change by the time we apply it, because we're in charge of us. We are in charge of us. And until we understand that we can choose a thought, that we can choose a feeling, we're destined to continue to use the same information on the pattern that we're in. Sacred geometry is really interesting. Okay, let's take the Bormian rings. The Bormian rings are 3 circles that all interact or intertwine. And because of that, they create what's called a triquetra. And that's in the center of it, the one where you might see like this, okay, to where it has kind of points. They're piscus. That's what they are. They're 3 piscus, vesica piscus. Okay. Anyway, that means that there is an elongated, pointed beginning and end. All right. But it's continuous and harmonized in mind, body, spirit because it's a 3. And it's inside the Bormian rings, which are circles, round circles, spheres. And those spheres are the loops that we live. The loops that we live. That's the pattern. What do you want to continue to repeat? That's what you get to choose. Oh, that came in really good. That's what you get to choose. Okay. What do you want to repeat that's great in your life? And that's what you choose. What do you want to repeat that's easy in your life? Choose that. How did you feel when all of that stuff happened that was so great in your life? Choose to feel like that. Choose to feel like that. And it is a choice because you chose to feel like that in those circumstances. When you choose, you're creating a vibration intentionally that creates like a pathway in front of you. And all it does is highlight everything that's in that vibration, nothing else. That's it. So if you're happy, only happy shit appears. If you're miserable, then only miserable stuff shows up. If you're not paying attention and you're in a thoughtful place and a feeling place, but they're separate, overwhelm. Okay. Right now, we're going into a time of life where Pluto and Aquarius is definitely having their way with our mindscape and our emotional state. Our spiritual well-being is coming into question for ourselves. What do we find important? What are our values? What can we create? Some of the things or the traps that you may want to avoid, okay, is that everybody has to feel the same or everybody has to believe the same. And that isn't possible. It is not possible. You can have a lot of similar beliefs. You can condition somebody into something, but they're still going to have their own interpretation of that. And that is what creates all of our separate vibrations, however it is that we look at it. Okay. All right. So let's practice. Let's practice a word that feels really comfortable. Okay. Practice a word that feels really comfortable. Let's think about some things that would bring about that comfort. Let's pretend or imagine that we have thousands of dollars in the bank. Let's just imagine or pretend there's thousands and thousands of dollars in the bank. Imagine or pretend thousands and thousands of dollars in the bank. And you're beginning to get a glimmer of how that would feel, right? And so feel into it. What would it feel like to open up your app to the bank and go, wow, that's cool. Or go, of course it's there, right? And now you're creating an understanding. You started with a feeling. Now you're creating an understanding. That's like how it works. See how you're pulling it all together? And there's so much understanding and so much meaning in what possible could happen. And you're allowing yourself to move into that flow. You're able to say, yeah, but that's not real. So fucking what? None of it is. None of it is. Not until you say it is. Haven't you noticed that? Your life is as you speak it. And that is your life. If you don't like what's happening, quit talking that way. Quit talking that way. You're creating division in your unification, your harmony to the universe of the single aspect of what it is that you're really asking for. You're asking from a place of notice. You notice that you haven't had this experience in this way. So you're asking for it. When you're asking for this experience, how do you feel toward it? Do you feel resistant? Do you feel, resistant? Do you feel resistant? If you feel resistant, then the story that you have that is maybe not in deep focus is something that you could look at and clear out. Find out how old you're feeling in that moment. Like, has this happened before in my life? Have I felt like this at another time in my life? Did I feel powerless over a circumstance and like I couldn't receive, right? And then ask if it's okay. Ask that version of you if it's all right for you to receive. Is it okay if it's just a possibility? Is it okay if it's just a possibility? And your body will relax into that possibility because you're not making it do anything or making it accept anything. You're allowing it to make a choice where it may not have felt it had a choice before. Again, creating harmony in your experience is up to you. You do it through how you talk to yourself. And you talk to yourself about other experiences that are out there. Still, it's all you. It is all you. So how you talk of others, what you think about others, what you think about situations, what you think about places, all of that stuff, that is what you live. That is exactly what you live. Okay? Choose instead of being subjective. Next lesson. Ready? This one's very impactful. Okay? Worth, value, deserving. If you are tying any of that to an object, a person, place, or thing, other than yourself, all right, then you will never get the right value. You'll have an external value, like my time is worth, right? Or each job consists, and this is what all, okay? It will feel transactional, and it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. It can feel okay. It can be all right. For me, this is what I learned. I personally am priceless to myself. I love my humor. I love the way that I look at the world. I love my life. I love the people that are in my life. I love all of my clients. My clients are the best people ever because they've taught me the most of myself, right? They too have held space right along with me as we've both or all healed together, right? Or made changes, substantial changes, lifestyle changes for those paradigm shifts that we were asking for. And we're all in this evolution of expansion, all of us. There isn't anyone who isn't. We're all the same there. And since this expansion looks different to everyone, understanding that we're all included and all of us are meant to rise, all of us, not a single individual. And rising, what does that mean? See, now you got to know what it feels like. What do you understand about that? And that's the kind of conundrum that we're in for consciousness right now, to bring it in to a physical aspect. So make some decisions. Do you want kindness in your life? Do you want gratitude? Do you want appreciation? You want joy? Choose those frequencies, create an understanding and a meaning, and then life will get easier for you because that's what will highlight in your field opportunities that are in those vibrations. We're constantly in flow, constantly in flow. And in training to things that feel better is okay. You're not leaving anyone behind, and you can create your entrainment and share it with others. Smile at someone when you're happy, and they'll feel the transfer of energy and acceptance. Doesn't it feel good when somebody smiles at you and makes you feel welcome? Okay. Things like that, little things like that. Do that with yourself in the mirror. Wow. Hey, good morning. Really good to see you today. So happy you're on this side of the dirt. The irony of life. Okay. All right. So I will see you guys next week, 10 a.m. I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for joining. I guess this is the part that I'll just be doing resets, I guess, for this one. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you very much. Oh, later today, it's Wednesday. I forgot it was Wednesday. So later today, we have our reset lounge. It's the anniversary, so we're going to have a little party. You guys are more than welcome to come. It's a free party. It'll be fun. 5 p.m. is when it starts. And then we have $35 experiences that you're more than welcome to choose. You don't have to. It's a hangout. And then we have drinks, beverages. There'll be a special on those today because it's the anniversary. And we'll have snacks today. Okay. We won't have food. We'll just have snacks, bar snacks. So it'll be a lot of fun. And of course, me and Ashley will be up to antics. You can have readings. You can have therapies. There's like foot therapies. There's a masseuse. There's the Tesla room. There's oxygen. There's so much to choose from on Wednesdays. And so you're more than welcome to come down. We would love to see you. We love that you guys support us in many ways, and we want to support you. And this is our way to connect to community. I love you. I hope you guys have a great day.